The police officer, I watched him pull the sack out of my pocket, my personal Native American herb, and then he shoved it back in and took me to jail with it. I watched this. My friend watched it. He got video of it. I'd like to see the other 10 cops that came there with their guns out.
10 cops, guns drawn for what sounds like a minor arrest. That's not just overkill. It sets the stage for a courtroom clash you won't want to miss. But here's the kicker. Video evidence might prove the defendant's story. Would you trust the police in this situation?
All right, Mr. Sigsbee, you're up. 25T01947FY, people of the state of Michigan versus Robert Wayne Sigsbee. And Attorney Bagrakis, you'd like to place your appearance on the record?
Tim Bagrakis on behalf of the people.
And Mr. Sigsbee, can you state your name, please?
My name's Robert Sigsbee.
Okay. All right. We are here today on this matter. We're back on an adjourned PCC. We've had a couple of PCCs at this point. The reason for the adjournment today was to ensure we were going to check on the exchanging of discovery. We were here on August 14th, and Mr. Sigsbee had stated that he still needed some discovery. He wanted body cameras of all police officers present at the time of his arrest. And I did order any available body cameras to be turned over to Mr. Sigsbee. So we have a probable cause conference on September 11th as well, because I wanted to give Mr. Sigsbee an opportunity to, file any valid motions that he may want to file prior to exam after receiving all of his discovery. But we set today to make sure that there weren't any issues in regards to discovery.
Quick legal note. What the judge is talking about here is called discovery. It's basically the evidence the prosecution has to hand over to the defense. Without full discovery, the defense can't properly fight the charges. This issue pops up in tons of real cases, and it can make or break a trial.
So, having said that, Attorney Bagrakis, what information do you have for me?
I know my recollection was that initially all the body cam videos were sent to Mr. Hilliker, and I believe he provided them. He indicated that he had provided them to Mr. Sigsbee via a thumb drive. My recollection was also I see we have some cruiser cams, which I had directed my paralegal to send to Mr. Sigsbee because, of course, as the court remembers, Mr. Hilliker was removed from representation. So now we have to deal with directly to Mr. Sigsbee. And there are, to my knowledge, I don't see nor have any other body cams that are available. We've given or will be able to provide him what we already have.
Well, part of the issue, Attorney Bagrakis, was that why I set today's hearing was last time we were here, I believe Attorney Young was here for the prosecutor's office, and there was some, I don't know what I would call it, back and forth maybe about how discovery was going to be exchanged and where Mr. Sigsbee could pick that up. And so I wanted to make sure that any outstanding discovery was handed to him today in court so that we wouldn't have any questions about where discovery is, whether or not it was exchanged. So
okay. Now that I am looking at Mr. Young's notes to that effect, and obviously not being in court, we can't provide it to him via hand delivery. So
notice what's happening here. The prosecutor admits some evidence isn't being delivered properly. That's a big deal. Imagine trying to defend yourself while evidence is being lost in the shuffle. Do Do you think this is incompetence or something more suspicious?
Well, and this is the problem we run into when I don't have an assigned prosecutor. Because that information probably wasn't relayed to you for today.
Well, with all due respect, we've tried to provide as best coverage as we can given the circumstances, but
so what's your plan to get that to Mr. Sigsbee? I guess that's
what do you want? I mean, are you asking us or ordering us to give it to him directly?
That was my order last time in court. I ordered it last time in court. Yes.
Okay, but obviously, if it was today's date to give it to him in court, we all knew that we weren't going to be in court today, even if I had it in my hands. Right?
Well, actually, though. Wait, because last time Attorney Young was here in person, we were all in person. And so we had this kind of long conversation about how a discovery was going to be exchanged. And I said, you know what? I'm going to order any outstanding discovery be provided to Mr. Sigsbee, and I'm going to order that it be handed to him in court on August 28th, 2025 at 11 o'clock a.m. That was my order. And I did that in the hopes that it would ease the process of it, but it hasn't. So hold on just a second, Attorney McGrath, because Mr. Sigsbee, what did you want to say?
I understand what the court said, but then you were requiring us to come out to court to hand over some this discovery.
Yes.
All right. Well,
that was my order. I mean, that's what I'm saying. That was my order.
That's fine.
Hold on just a second. Hold on. I need to let Mr. Sigsbee speak. So hold on just a second. Mr. Sigsbee, go ahead.
The judge is clearly frustrated here. Court orders aren't optional. When prosecutors ignore them, it risks due process. This moment shows how messy real courtrooms can get when evidence isn't handled correctly.
Yeah, it's critical, because of the angle that the police officer, I watched him pull the sack out of my pocket, my personal Native American herb, and then he shoved it back in and took me to jail with it. I watched this. My friend watched it. He got video of it. I'd like to see the other 10 cops that came there with their guns out.
But the issue is just getting that.
I can meet you. I want to confer with the prosecutor. I got a right to do that. So I was wanting to meet.
I'm not. There's nothing really to confer about, sir. I would recommend against that, and I will do what I can if the court will indulge us another adjournment. I will make sure that I at least look into the other, making sure that we have whatever copies of either cruiser cam or body cam we have available, that we will get it copied. And if the court tells me to show up at a certain place and time, I will be there, or I will have a representative there to hand deliver it to Mr. Sigsbee.
So, Mr. Sigsbee, if the remaining videos were put on a flash drive, you can use that?
I can use that.
Okay. So here's what I'm going to order today. And I made an order last time and it wasn't followed, but Attorney McGrath, I know that you, hold on, I know that you will ensure that my order is followed. And I know sometimes it's hard for the younger attorneys, the newer attorneys to relay that information for whatever reason, but it was an order that I made. I thought I was very clear about it. But I know that if I tell you, I know that it will get done. So I'm glad that you're here today. So what I'm going to order today is that the prosecutor's office is to put any outstanding discovery on a flash drive and have that available for Mr. Sigsbee to pick up. At where would he go if he were to come to the prosecutor's office to pick that up? Where would he go?
Okay, let's pause here. If the defendant is right and the officer actually staged evidence, that's not just misconduct, it's potentially a crime. The missing bodycam footage suddenly becomes way more important. What do you think? Cover-up or coincidence?
Well, he he could come to our office and make contact down here at district court and make contact with my people, and they will let me know that he is here, and we'll make sure that it gets delivered to him, unless you want him to appear in court sometime and we're down there. And
what I'm going to say is I'm gonna pick a day and a time that he can be there, and that way someone from the prosecutor's office can just walk out with flash drive and hand it to him, and that's that. I don't want to have to set another PCC. We already have the September 11th date, so what I'm going to say is that let's see, Mr. Sigsbee, if we said Wednesday the 3rd at some time, will you be able to be at district court to pick that up?
I do believe at this time I can.
Okay.
Judge, can you again? I apologize. With the holiday and everything, can we do it the following week or later in the week? I mean,
we can do later that week. So we'll do Friday the 5th. Okay, so Friday the 5th, are you available on that day, Mr. Sigsbee?
I will.
All right. So Friday, September 5th, 2025 at, Mr. Sigsbee, you give me a time.
No, I like 11.
11? At 11 o'clock a.m., Mr. Sigsbee will be at the district court at the prosecutor's office to pick up the flash drive, which will have any outstanding discovery on it. It sounded like maybe there are a couple of dash cams. We already had this conversation as well. I know, Mr. Sigsbee, you say that there are, I'm not saying I disbelieve you, I'm just saying what you say is that there should be multiple body cams. Prosecutor's office has what they have. If you believe they have insufficient evidence, then that's something that you bring up at trial. But we're going to go ahead with the preliminary exam with what they say they have. And you can address that you think that there's some things missing or not, but we're not going to be able to not move forward because of that issue, okay? So go ahead. What did you want to say?
It's kind of crunchy amount of time to watch the videos. I mean, I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
So there was like 3 jurisdictions there, plus the sergeant was there. So he was close. You would think the sergeant of the sheriff's department would have his body camera on. And then there was at least 2 Burton cars. I do believe there was around 4 Burton police there. And I mean, if they're running out here, it looked like I robbed a bank is what it looked like. And there's so many people with their police, with their guns. And I couldn't understand this over a traffic stop, a civil infraction. The seatbelt is not an arrestable offense. He had no reason to ask me my ID. So Colder versus Lawson says I don't have to produce an ID.
All right, we're not getting into those
Okay,
things, but I do want you to relay that information of the people that you thought were there, so that Attorney McGregor.
Yes, and the Flint Township was there also.
Okay. All right.
So
Good.
one of these people should have the angle of the police taking it out and putting it back in my pocket. That's suspicious of a crime in my mind for any cop to lay you out like that. It's that big of a bag. How could you not find it in a pat down?
Okay, and so last thing is the probable cause conference that we set to actually move the case forward was for September 11th, 2025, 11 o'clock a.m. We can leave it on that date, or we can put it a week after that on the 18th if you think you'll need more time, Mr. Sigsbee. It does not.
Time is precious. I'd like to have more time. It would be nice for me.
All right. Okay. Attorney McGregor, are you opposed to putting the next PCC on September 18th?
I am not opposed to that.
Okay. All right, good. Okay, so then
Judge, may I inquire just one thing? Did Mr. Hilliker, did Mr. Sigsbee receive from Mr. Hilliker the discovery that we already sent to him?
yes, right?
Yes.
Yes.
And there was a flaw in it. And I remember
I'm not getting into a discussion about what there is or isn't. What I want to know is, did you receive it from Mr. Hilliker so we don't have to duplicate efforts?
You're right. We don't need to duplicate the arresting officer's body cam because it's worthless the way he leaned on me that day.
Okay.
Well,
we don't need that right now, but you do have, I remember we talked about that, you do have that discovery.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
For all
Okay.
parties.
Okay, so one more time. This is what my notes state. this is what we're doing. We're going to put any outstanding discovery on a flash drive, and that will be available for pickup by Mr. Sigsby at District Court on September 5th, Friday, September 5th, 2025 at 11 o'clock a.m. That is an order of the court that needs to be done. Probable cause conference will be moved to, and I will find good cause for that because of these discovery issues. Probable cause conference will be moved to September 18th, 2025, 11 o'clock a.m.
Good.
All right. Thank you.
Wait, I never.
All right, thank you. All right, and then that's all of our PCCs today. I believe, Attorney Bagrakis, you agree?
Yes, I believe we've taken care of all of them, Judge.
All right, very good. Then have a good day.
And there it is, the judge openly expressing frustration. Courtrooms are supposed to be orderly, but as we've seen, discovery battles often get messy. What do you think? Was justice served here, or is this case already stacked against the defendant?
Have a great weekend.
Yes, you too.
All right.
Yes.
Bye-bye.
We can write you out a notice if you want one.
Yeah, some on paper because I got enough things going on in my own life. You know how that goes.
I understand. All right, very good. We'll see you on the 18th.
Get this from her right now.
Get it from clerk's office. So.
Clerk's office.
Yep.
In a few minutes. Thank you.
All right.